Tonight on Poker After Dark, the poker brat talks the talk.
So mean, Chamath. Didn't you just learn your lesson about poking the bear?
Here we go. Chicken wing of truth?
J-Cal and Gurley walk the walk.
Win the min.
What a sick human being are you?
And David Sachs turns it around.
All in.
Well, there's an old saying, the only thing you need to play this game is a chip and a chair. Poker actually isn't about winning and losing. Poker's about making the right decision. When luck shuts the door, you gotta come in through the window.
Doyle just double-checked his hole cards. Doesn't look like he has a flush.
What's taking so long? Let's go.
Wow, Doyle's doing a lot of talking over there. This could be a bluff.
We don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing. That's poker, folks.
Welcome to Las Vegas and welcome to another edition of Poker After Dark from Aria Resort and Casino. We bring you another session of this Silicon Valley home game that has been relocated for now to the Poker After Dark suite. I'm Ali Najad, and if you saw our earlier shows, you know they were playing 100, 200, but not anymore. The stakes doubling on our last show. 200, 400 is now the price of poker.
Chamath, you have enough to
We gotta chop a leg out maybe.
Chamath doesn't have me covered.
Can I get another 100K?
Wow.
Just for the 20K bounty. The 20K bounty is meaningful.
20K bounty is huge, by the way.
It's just such a nice
20K.
little sweetener. Woo.
So up goes the bounty on Phil Hellmuth. Feltham and take $20,000 from Alan Keating,
Now,
who will
Keating,
regard it as money well
the
spent.
last
Doing
time we
Keating.
played,
You know I'm not calling that. I mean,
Keating, the last time we played, you did bust me on the last hand.
you're just doing that to be silly. You're just trying to be silly. I'm not going to do it. I mean, it's
Why didn't you
silly
just do it?
behavior. I'm not going to do it. It's silly behavior because I know. Because I know there's like a 50-50
We
chance
finally
that could be
reached
aces
the
or
day I
bluff.
feel
He
ridiculed.
bluffed me. He bluffed me out of $400.
I could have lived 1,000 lives before that.
You know what's going to happen? There's going to be 2 runs. There's going to be a 7 in the window on each time. It's just the power of Keating.
Pessimistic.
He's so disrespectful in a way.
It is. It's so disrespectful. I mean, it's all disrespect. Just,
11.
raise 1,100. It's just recklessness. It's recklessness. It's like driving in 2 lanes at one time.
Raise 5,000. Try and catch him, we'll have a hand.
Exactly.
Hellmuth dared to enter a pot. Keating makes it 5K, and now Sachs
How much is it?
5.
5? Oh,
with King Queen
okay.
wants to
Oh my
participate.
God.
Okay.
Bliss in boots.
I mean, make it 2,200 if you want the call.
2 overs and a gut shot straight draw for Sachs. He's got position and does not want to bet.
6,500.
your 7 deuce is looking pretty good right now.
Oh, wow. You do have a 9, huh? Can you
Not
show it
quite
again?
7
Show him the
deuce.
bluff again. He's got the 6.
Telling you.
The 6 and what?
I'm gonna stack you before the end.
I had a 7.
2
You did,
sixes.
the last time we filmed, okay?
Yes.
Best
I'd
hand.
lost 1 time in 23 sessions filming. And it was you, I lost 74,000 on the last hand. Because I just couldn't fold ace-5 suited against you. And I turned a flush draw and I just said, it, let's go.
I don't know.
Hoovering up
Bring
the
money like a
votes. Or
vacuum cleaner.
hoovering up the money. Yeah. From donors.
Oh, I thought it was.
I mean, come
Well,
on.
he's hoovering up the money and I could get a lot more money than that.
Raise 1,200.
I won't take it from
It's just.
bad sources. How you say
I
it? Do
predict
it.
I know,
Alan
I'm-
Keating calls no matter what he
That's
has.
apparent.
Yeah, but this is okay.
I
not
just
talking about.
don't even like want to have that human being just talk
Finally
about it anymore.
tapped into
Not
my
you,
psychic
Phil.
side.
The other guy.
The other guy.
The other guy. I'm talking about the other guy. The other guy who fills all
Alan.
the space in the room,
Binks
physically
top pair
and
against bottom pair.
otherwise.
Check calls 2,000.
Check. Check.
No betting on the turn.
Bet 5,000.
Can I get an extra 100K? Yeah. Thanks.
Might this be the moment that David Sachs draws a line in the sand and decides, show me? It would be ill-advised.
It's kind of in your strike zone, isn't it? So that's kind of in your strike zone, isn't it?
Don't do it. Attaboy.
You have anything?
Yes.
Sex, you made a good laydown against him finally.
That was a mental health muck there.
I hope you feel the heat coming from the side of the table.
I do. I definitely feel some heat from you.
It's coming.
I mean, what a flop for the ace queen, right? I make it 8,800 and comes queen 9-3.
Yes. Rather ideal for you.
12.
Raise 12. Show that. Thank you. Call.
Keating is Phil hunting. Any weapon will do. On this occasion, Jack 3.
Check it.
And here
With
comes
intent to
another
call.
dark check.
Check. Bet 2,000. Call.
10-6-5.
Check.
Keating lays the groundwork.
Check. Check.
Won't bet the ace. Now hits a jack on
Check.
the river.
Check.
Clubs get there as well.
Call.
Bet 4,000. Call.
Jack.
Snap
Kings.
call from Phil.
Good God.
100 more behind.
Shema that at 100K.
Felt invincible. You felt invincible on that one.
100K.
Well, the sixth book might be called How to Steam Up Alan Keating.
Moth, here we go.
But we got
Chapter 1 in progress. Poker After Dark is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts and Auto Care Centers. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa Know-How. And by Cuervo Tradicional, made with 100% agave since 1795. Before the break, Phil Hellmuth played his pocket kings a little sneakily. And for more on that hand, let's go down to Jonathan Little.
Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan Little of PokerCoaching.com, and let's analyze this interesting situation. It is always a bummer when the turn brings an overcard to your strong pocket pair, but that does not mean you always lose. Phil correctly realized this and checked on the ace turn with his pocket kings, most likely planning to call any turn and river bet from Alan Keating, who has shown that he is willing to bluff and also value bet thinly. When your premium hands, like overpairs, get downgraded to marginal made hands, an underpair in this scenario, it's often a mistake to automatically fold to any amount of aggression. Just because you could be beat does not mean that you're always beat. How would you like to play with me on Poker After Dark? Well, now is your chance. I'm giving away one $5,000 buy-in seat to play with me next season. Head over to pokercoaching.com/pokerafterdark to enter the giveaway.
Thanks, Jonathan, for that insight into Hellmuth's trappy style.
Just think if my ace jack would have held up.
Can't win what you don't play.
No, I was all in on that hand.
$2,000.
2,000. Call.
2K again from Keating. Sachs on the button. Wants to dance.
Check.
Complete swing and a miss with 5-6. Might he try to bluff? No.
Check.
Turns a gut shot straight draw. Has a heart. And gets there on the end.
3,000. Call.
No heart. One heart.
Picks off the 3K. And has the script been flipped in the Sachs-Keating saga?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. Don't poke the bear, Keating.
If you were going to poke the bear, that stick would probably be. Call.
Gurley, can I give you the one? I'm going to give you the 1 minute spiel,
top,
Gurley.
on top.
I apologize.
2,000 more, please.
400.
Just for those at home that don't know, Bill Gurley is an amazing venture capitalist. One of the best in the world, according to the New York Times. That's it. That's it. I'm not going to say anything else. Hardworking, good guy.
Great guy.
In other words,
His wife's put up with him for like 25
Phil
years.
is not friends with him because he's a good human being, but because of those professional qualifications.
You're so mean, Chamath. Didn't you just learn your lesson about poking the bear?
I did not. This is
Nah,
about,
he's just kicked the bear again.
This is about character. This is about character. This is about having friends that you believe in, not just trading on fame and being a fame whore.
Ooh, he's
So
poking the
brutal.
bear.
Pokey, pokey.
Is that the chicken wing of truth? What is that? He's telling the truth and I'm uncomfortable.
Chicken wings, anyone?
He's not just bludgeoning the best players in the world, he's bludgeoning them by 50 yards.
Call.
Nick Faldo's like, well, that one's in the trees. Well, wait a minute. I've never seen a guy hit a ball over there before. All right, Jason. This is a mandatory raise for me, but all right. I'll just call you.
Mandatory raise. I call.
Oh, what just happened?
You seemed like I saw something. It seemed.
Oh, okay.
to me
All
like,
right. Okay. All right. I don't know. You're the world's greatest.
Rare limp pot that involves Alan Keating.
A raise?
Function of his 7-3
Please don't
offsuit
raise
in the
me
small
because I'm
blind.
looking for a full house before I put any more money in.
10 high flop.
That's what that looked like.
Trouble.
2,000?
J Cal outkicked by Phil.
I can't play this good. I just can't. It's impossible.
No way.
It's impossible. I can't do it. Ah,
Like the equivalent of a Major League Baseball player
Just give her
going up to
three-
bat,
five of
getting
those.
struck out 100 times, and then hitting a
Three
single
back.
and being like, I'm the greatest in the world.
Well,
Witnessing
Keating
a poker rendition of this exact.
had a lot less trepidation about tearing one off with 7-3 than
check,
Phil
check,
did
check.
about calling with ace-10.
All right, you get it.
J
you
Cal
beat ace-10?
rips his nub in there.
You'll find out when the tape comes out, I guess.
You laid down? I folded ace-10. Yeah.
No, that's not true. There's no way that's
Ace-10, yeah.
What? I mean, nobody would fold ace-10 in that position.
folded ace-10.
Impossible. No, it's not possible.
No, it's possible,
ace-10.
Jason.
You did not fold ace-10 to king-10. You did not.
Nobody else would fold it.
You had king-10. Beautiful.
So as Phil ruminates on how he could possibly play so tight, we'll take a break and let him think. Be back after this.
I can't play this good. I just can't. It's impossible. I folded ace-10.
Impossible. No, it's not possible.
I folded ace-10.
You did not fold ace-10 to king-10.
what is it, 8-15? Look at all those hands I played. It's a six-handed game. I can't have the protection of folding every hand.
Unbelievable.
1200.
You're just in shock. I don't think you've ever seen me win, Katie.
Call.
You told me you had 20 TV shows in a row you won.
Call.
I'm all in.
All in.
Let's end this one quick.
Okay.
You might catch a J cow.
Stop it, Jason.
Flop it. Let me see a flop.
Let's see a flop. This was too greedy. Turn one off.
Keep going. Show the whole board.
Would have been top set and then aces full.
Show the aces.
Oh.
And the clubs got there too.
It was too greedy. What are you doing?
That was weird.
I thought you played it great.
I do that, but they keep calling.
Win the min! Win the min! Win the min!
I'm ready to call 20,000 with any two against
Exactly.
right now.
Exactly.
Why would you not do that?
No, I should have made it 10K because I get both you and Chamath.
Easy.
I never folded.
12 Ks.
And then you would have gotten all the money because I had 3-6 of spades and I turned trips.
Oof.
Yeah, I would have. Well, I mean, if I knew it was going to come ace
Top
6,
pair,
6,
top kicker, fold.
I would have found a way to play it
Third
differently.
nuts over.
I should have just made it 10K.
Oh.
Chamath is going to call 10K, and Keating's going to have the 10K in before Chamath's chips are all the way in. And who knows?
Stop.
With that flop, I can bet. Yeah, I'm not going to get everything from you, see. You're not going to go for everything with 3 6s. You're going to get away. But you are going to lose 40 or 50.
Oh my goodness. Poker's a position game, Phil.
15.
9 deuce suited will get action from the straddle.
15 and a call.
I mean, I shouldn't have looked for the flop. Shouldn't have asked. I could have smooth called and taken a flop. That was the other play.
Ooh. Oof. You'd be up 300 grand right now. You got both of them all in, I bet.
No,
Pair in both
he
chairs.
probably had nothing, but
2 quick
Chamath
knuckles.
may have had 3 6 of spades.
Check, check,
Still nothing brewing anywhere.
check.
Ace.
Good.
9 high just
I'm going to check
gives
the
up.
turn. He's going to bet. Chamath's going to bet 7, 8,000. I'm going to call. On the river, I'm going to check. The club hit though. He's going to bet 20. And I'm going to raise, and he's going to find the fold. Oh.
Call.
Call.
$12,000.
Raise to 12,000. Call.
Sure, why not?
All in.
What does he have? 13?
13,000.
Well, Sachs started this fire. Hellmuth
This is the hand, Phil.
3-betted after Cal flatted
Oh, no,
Sachs.
I
and
hope I make aces full again or something. like that, or
Keating wanted
or a
to
straight or a flush or something.
stack Phil. Got himself involved here. Calacanis all in. Active side pot.
Good.
Check. Check.
No pair for Allen. No pair for Hellmuth. Good flop for J. Cal.
Good.
Check. Check.
Hellmuth stroking his chips and getting rivered after checking back the turn.
Check.
Check.
Ace king.
Wow. J count.
J-Cal.
Wow.
Balls. Balls. You got balls, all right.
Balls. My balls.
Wow.
What you got? J. Cal is lucky against Ace
You
King
got balls, J-Cal.
for a triple. Before the break, J. Cal tripled up when his Ace Queen flopped top pair, and for good measure, he got right in Phil's face about it.
Even.
So I am
even
curious,
through
Jason.
Phil.
I won't call you. I know if I call you an idiot, you'll snap and like try to punch me or something.
Why would
So
I
won't
punch
say
you?
that,
You just
but
don't. You just
explain,
got me
what
even.
were you hoping? You were hoping I had jacks?
I felt like
I would never make it 13,000 with jacks.
You
or
got
tens,
frisky.
ever.
You've gotten frisky. You've gotten
Ever.
frisky. You
What'd you
you
have?
shoved it in.
At ace king, I showed it.
Showed the ace king.
What do you think I had? I made it 13,000 over the top of sacks and a call. Of course I had it.
Just Phil Hellmuth. Of course he had it, and of course it got shipped right here.
You won, Jason.
Oh.
Sam.
Wow.
Call.
Poker is such a wonderfully variable game. Even is such a great feeling.
Speaking of two jacks, David Sachs.
You got another half an hour to go, buddy. I don't think
Maybe I'll take a walk for 20 minutes, get some fresh air.
Gonna
Yeah,
slow
sure.
play him
Yeah,
out
I
with a
just-
small blind on the heels
I
of
think you're
Chamath
going to
getting
pick
no
up
action
about
with
ace
kings.
jack or ace queen, overplay it, and lose about 20.
Or maybe I just wait for, if I get the nuts, I snap you off for 40 or Keating for 40,
Uh-oh.
and then I just go buy a Toyota Prius. I buy a Model
can't do
3.
it.
What do I do? Maybe I can just,
Over pair.
For some reason,
And
I
a
just felt
gutty.
like you were reading.
Check raises.
I have no read on you. I thought you had
The
like
open
10s
ender
or jacks and
and
you
the
were over
eights.
betting just to take it down.
You did that to me 4 times last week. It was crazy. You're dead every hand, though. It's like crazy. I don't understand.
Jack serving as blockers.
You're not.
Wow, and the queen.
I don't think you
Folded
want
a
to learn. I
six.
think you say to yourself, well, Phil has me. I don't mind losing money to him because he's the greatest. But if I put
Well,
a
you
beat on
can't feel
him,
bad about
if I put
losing.
a beat on him, I get to celebrate.
Absolutely.
Sachs fearlessly
I think
ripping
that's your
it in there.
entire existence in poker. I mean, I'm not saying you're not wildly skillful, but I do think everybody
sheds
wanting to
that eight
tilt
of
you is just a
spades.
wonderful advantage. Yes. Absolutely, it's an advantage. Oh, look at that.
Emboldened
Nice hand,
by
Sachs,
recent
too.
run good. Sachs.
Oh, that was
Put
Continuing
together
to cobble upward.
8 more of those, and you're even. You get there. You can do it.
Ryan.
You can do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You're much smarter than me. What did you have in that hand?
Frustrating frame for Chamath at one point.
Great hand.
I let him get there.
He was up 80K plus by our count.
Should have fired.
Now down almost 30.
It was suited. I don't think it was a terrible play, short stack.
Horrible play.
With the ace queen? Horrible.
Huh?
13,000 and the blinds are 2-4. So you have to think in terms of he put in 30. He put in
I'll do it
32
again.
big blinds against Phil Hellmuth with ace queen.
Against Phil Hellmuth
With ace queen.
with ace queen suited. Who would ever play a marginal hand like that?
All the kids, they like that stuff too, but they just keep handing me their money too.
Call.
Yum yum, Jason.
Can't call this in, though. I mean, I was back for third.
Back to work goes Chamath.
Your hand might have.
Do a spade roll.
Continues to receive playable holdings.
30, huh?
I'm not sure.
And his favorite customer in position behind him.
Check.
That one hurt.
I need like an offsuit dime.
Oh, stop crying. Just
No
throw
betting on the
100.
flop.
I should've
Two-way
made
straight draw
12K
for
with
Chamath on the
aces.
turn. Keating
I made a
has a
12K
gutty
with the
and a
wrong
flush
hand.
draw.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm tilted.
It was so
Because I do
obvious
it with
to
the
me.
aces, I'm going to pick
So
up these
obvious to
guys.
me it wasn't aces. I knew it wasn't aces or kings. I knew it
Four
was
pairs
weak.
on the end. And
I mean, what you thought I just came
Allen.
over the top of Sachs, who hasn't raised in a year? with
barrels
ace
one
jack
more
or
time
Well, I mean, you
with
got
the
a
king
huge stack.
high
Why
and
not take a
gets
shot
the best
with him?
hand into the muck.
You totally see you doing it. Of course. You did it with King, what, 10 with him before? King 9? King Jack versus King 9? I mean, you do it sometimes.
That was heads up against Keating.
I know, but
and
I can see
I
you
warned,
being
and I baited him. I told him I'm going to re-raise
I'm just telling you my theory.
which he perceived as weakness.
Telling you my theory.
And then I felt like, all right, I don't think he has King Jack beat. So I shoved.
Or you could get Ace Queen suited, yum yum, like Jake Hall. It's okay, Phil. It's okay if I outplay you 2 or 3 hands or I get lucky on 1 or 2. It's okay, Phil. It's okay.
No, I let you win with the Ace 10, thinking you'd give it to me later, and you did. But the deck saved you.
I got you. If you let go of the King 10, you go with the Ace 10, you let go
folded
of the Queens.
Queens to you.
Yeah.
I folded the Ace 10 on the 6, 7, 10
That's
board.
why you're the world's greatest. We all know.
Because I just thought I'm going to get him later, and I did, but then you hit a queen. People don't understand why I make those laydowns. It's because I feel like I'm going to get the same person later.
Smart move. You play the long game. Play the long
The
game.
long con.
Not a con. I think you play the long game. You have no problem laying down huge hands. I've seen you lay down monsters. Monsters.
Will the Sachs rush continue? Ace 6 suited this time, the raising. Holding, 2,400. Stiff competition in Chamath and Keating, both of whom have a piece of this flop. 9s for Chamath, gut shot straight draw for Keating, nut flush draw for Sachs. Sheds Allen.
Would you have when I had aces? You studied a long time. Ace Jack or something?
No, I was hollowing a bit. I had like a very marginal hand, but I wasn't sure what was going on.
David
so
hits a
just
6 on the turn.
trying to like slow down
Checks
for a
back
second
and gets
check
there on the
myself
river.
and see if I can get a read
These
on you,
cash
get some
games,
data.
when I'm betting 150,000,
I just wanted to get some data. I wanted to look at your face.
I've had aces 100%.
I just wanted to stare at
Chamath
Not
gift
kings,
wraps
aces.
10,000.
I wanted to stare at the bear and just stare at the bear and see. Because it was a confounding play. Like to throw it all in. And I was like, well, let me just stare at the bear and see if I can at least get some information out of this moment. Whoa.
Here comes David Sachs.
David Sachs.
Will he run out of time before he gets even? That's the question.
I mean, he's had 3 or 4 big pots.
No hesitation on that muck.
He's in for 150, and he's got
Oh, I'm steaming now.
20, 40, 50.
Well, it was a long time coming, but David Sachs is riding the ship, and it remains to be seen just how far his comeback bid will go. Welcome back to Poker After Dark, where David Sachs has taken advantage of the doubled stakes, winning back about half of his losses on the session.
I can't lock down on this game. You never know when you win a 200K pot. You know?
Call.
You just never know, Keating.
Call.
Bill Gurley says, I call.
4,000.
Nines limping in there, same with King Queen, Keating with the real deal. It's going to pick up Sachs. Looking for a crab boil. Three-way affair.
Thank you, ma'am.
Gurley's not going to want to hit a king here. But a queen will do.
$9,000.
Down go the threes. Gurley has the king of spades as well.
All in.
And rips it in there. $28.7 to call for a shot at 59-1. No thanks.
Ace queen.
Early.
Ace,
Wow.
ace queen. King queen. Can't wait to see that.
Ace Queen?
Could have been kings.
I thought maybe a set of sixes, but who knows?
Well, Gurley's pretty tight-lipped about
Really,
his
it's like,
holdings.
I'm not telling you guys. We'll play another
6 seconds.
17 minutes.
Less.
You can feel a little frustration in Alan Keating's seat. He was deep in the black with charmed holdings. Really controlled the game. Now after all that work, here he is in the final throws, up just 9 grand. That frustration certainly shared by Chamath, who's down over 50 after being up over 80.
You need 4 from me, right?
Yes.
3 players to the king, 7-6, all diamond flop for 2K ahead. Keating with the best flush draw. Chamath with top pair, Sachs with second pair. In comes the pressure from Alan, who might look a little steamy to the field. Chamath
Feels like
choosing
the
to
big
fold
one.
top pair without a diamond.
It's feeling seismic.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Sachs's 7s are still in the lead. Keating, having picked up an open ender, barrels again.
Should get you some of those for your house.
14.
Yes.
Little Jeff Koons-esque.
This probably costs a lot of money.
Wow.
Sachs hanging tough as another 28,000 slips into the middle. Somewhat unexpected development for Alan, as he was generally able to move Sachs off of these holdings with bets like this. Now on the river, the board pairs, and what's Keating gonna do with just queen high?
30,000.
You guessed it. Boy, what a statement Sachs could make here with a call. He's worked hard to climb out of the hole. This would be the icing on top, but on a board like this, 9-7, so vulnerable. You do have a diamond blocker. You block the 8-9. Block the 7-6 combo, although Keating's range includes all kinds of gappers. 6 is a possibility. And he could take a king and fire 3 streets.
Sorry, guys.
Take your time. Big
Take your
hand.
time for 30,000.
Yeah, that's a big pot.
Yeah. Come on to the confessional, really. Just gonna
You
say
should
one
get
thing.
some of those for your.
Keating bullies Sachs off the winner.
Nice hand.
Literally air. Wow.
Confirmed, J-Cal.
Air.
Wow.
Just when you thought he finally had Keating's number, David Sachs falls victim to a monster bluff from Alan. Let's find out how the table is responding to it.
What a bluff.
Declared it for himself. Really. You don't remember?
Yeah.
Screaming it.
My huge Greek balls.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
70K
him.
swing
Oh,
for
okay,
David
sorry.
Sachs
No,
there.
no,
Instead
Put it in
of
with
winning
a
at
swing and then
$50,000,
bounce.
he loses
wasn't
20
ballsy.
in that pot.
Oh, it was ballsy. I'll give you that. Ballsy, but
I mean, it was a marginal call from a desperate man.
Keating, oh my God, he's just run David Sachs. It's crazy. No one else can bluff Sachs. We stopped bluffing him 5 years ago.
I mean, it's just.
That's the problem, Sachs. You're not used to anybody bluffing you.
He's just. Sachs is beside himself. I mean, it was just incredible.
I call. Here we go, boys. Those two and me.
All right, here we go.
I will check.
There's a three-way nobody wants to see.
Don't forget the Food Bank 200 there, Hellmuth. Three-way 2K a man. Keating. Flops to Gutty. Fires 5K. Sachs will be the only customer.
I finally called. You raised my blind 37 $2, 200.
Same game back on.
Oh boy.
I finally, Keating raised
my
my
Lord,
blind
it's
37
8:56.
times. I
It's
finally called.
8:56. Do you know where your children are? It's 8:56. Do you know where your chips are? Do you know where your chips are? In Keating stack? In Phil Hellmuth stack?
Keating continuing to barrel away. Bottom 2 pair for Sachs.
All in.
All in.
Wow. Wow.
Allen doesn't make a meal of it. Snap folds to the all-in.
Sachs stands up for himself with the king.
Who knows what Sachs had? He could have had the ace of hearts and a flush draw. I had a big ace.
Wow.
Hey, 7's not so big.
I think I needed an ace on the flop.
I don't know who produces this, but you may want to think about having a Sachs versus Keating's heads-up match, because I have never seen two people with Asperger's have this much engagement. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Does that exist? Poker on the Spectrum? I mean, it's a new series from Poker Go. Poker on the Spectrum.
Presented to you by Poker Go. Poker on the Spectrum, starring
David Sachs. Definitely Keating. Yeah. And Alan Keating.
definitely Keating.
7 high. 7 high. Poker on the Spectrum. I mean, just think about the graphics for that. Did you guys see that show on Netflix? Love on the Spectrum? Fantastic. I mean, it's a little controversial, but it's a show about people who are autistic and trying to find love.
Right.
And they interview them like in a confessional type thing, and they're like, what does it mean to love somebody? And these are people who are severely autistic, and they're like, it means to be there for that person more than anybody else in the world, and to always be thinking about them even more than yourself. That's what love is. And you're just like crying, hysterical, like these definition of love.
Hysterical? What a sick human being are you?
Not crying hysterical. I mean, crying. I'm crying out of like my wife and I are watching like crying like with joy,
crying
not
out of
hysterical
love.
like
He's
making
crying
fun
out
of them,
of
but
love.
like crying like
Not hysterically.
hysterically crying over how perfect their definition of love is,
I see.
and how sincere they are. And then they go on dates. I'm like, in one of the dates, the person's like, I would like to be your friend, but I don't feel romantic with you. And the person goes, like, well, although this did not end in love, this ended in a friendship, and friendships are a great part of life as well. So this was worth doing, and I would very much enjoy it. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is the television we need.
Poker After Dark is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts and Auto Care Centers. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa Know-How. And by Cuervo Tradicional, made with 100% agave since 1795.
It's worked out for me in this lifetime. I try to just keep it simple. Simple. Put in a hard day's work and just kind of adds up over time.
It's Bill Gurley, not Bill Gump, Jason.
All you have to do is just put the work in and pray for the best, God willing. It'll work out.
Late aces for
Sachs
Keating.
Not going to get frisky in the last couple of hands. Disappointing for the
Laying
home
the
audience.
Sachs is like, yeah, you know, we'll play again tomorrow or the next day or next week.
Sachs is very frustrated because he is a no-limit master, and the fact that
He is, you know what? I
he's
will
a
tell you,
no-limit master.
He
If
is
I
a
get
no-limit
PLO, he
master.
would be fine losing this
He's
amount.
the worst.
But
He is a no-limit master. He really is.
He mastered the
you
game.
saying it doesn't matter, but I'm saying Sachs.
70 seconds to Phil.
No,
Phil's
this
saying
is
it
all about
matters.
Sachs.
No, but you made like your
Okay, you got
commentary
the 70
matters.
seconds to Phil, but I will say this: Sachs is unbelievable at holding. People,
I give.
they don't even know. So
You give Sachs a compliment, and Phil somehow reverses it within 70 seconds to make it
Chamath.
about him having a
calls
better
the bottom
compliment.
pair.
I just called that one hand, that 30,000. I'd
He's
be
drawn
like unstuck
dead.
right now.
yeah, you'd be like,
I had mid-pair. That's all I had, but I was like,
you're like you knew you had.
Yeah,
it.
you know what? He's got you shaken. He's got you shaken. It's like a cold dealer where you just have to move on to another table.
called it. If I called it, that would have been like a $80,000 swing.
Yeah.
75.
He just got you a little shaken.
I'd be
He
unstuck.
got you a little shaken.
And maybe you're 10K
That's five
loser or
burger.
whatever.
Yeah. I should have just called it.
Oh, judge.
I had a feeling.
Is this the last hand?
Second pair.
Saxonburger and
It wasn't even
seems
second
like a
pair.
ride.
Last hand. Okay, everybody.
That ace queen, I should have just bet the flop for fourth.
Okay.
Give him the re-raise.
Last hand. Here we go. Whoop, we got a straddle on. A blind raise, sorry.
So the last
Or
hand
is it a
is
super
upon
straddle?
us. It's Keating's turn.
Or
bet.
does he have to declare that?
Dispatch the king 5.
Chamath, you want that to be a sleeper straddle or a blind raise? Get through. It's the last hand. It means
Raise.
nothing. It's a blind raise. Okay, so it's on no matter what.
A raise gets more action. Because people know he can't re-raise. He can't.
Chamath's turn with the aces.
Oh my God, 600 more.
Blind raise means that he doesn't have an option.
You never know when you hit something on the way out the door.
Not the
Jason.
last hand.
It is the last one.
All right.
On the way out the door. Check.
Okay.
Jack 9-4
1,000.
might leave Sachs in trouble here.
Call.
Oh.
Okay, it's over, boys.
3K ahead. Turn changes nothing.
92 by 1.
Wow.
7,000.
Feels like a big win for this game.
Pretty win.
And if my ace king holds up, I'm up another 40.
Chamath bets again, this time 7,000.
Wow.
Queen on the river and Chamath barrels away 10,000.
Really tough decisions. All right.
Aces.
Wow. Nice hand.
Last hand of the night, he had aces. Amazing.
Sachs pays off.
Wow.
And
All right, so
Chamath
I'm in for 40.
gets a little rebate.
Failures.
Yeah, let me just confirm. I'm sure you're right, though.
And then you owe me 92, so I
Due north in the last
will
hand.
give you back 30.
Still stuck on the session.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You owe me 92, so that's 31.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Here, just.
Final tallies coming your way. Alan Keating, roller coaster session, lands on a 20K win. Same story for Chamath Palihapitiya, down $40,000. Phil Hellmuth up over 110 at one point, slides back to a 92K W, best on the session. David Sachs down 116K, but it was worse at one point in time, over 150 in the hole. Bill Gurley up 43,000, playing nice and snug, and Jason Calacanis, miraculously, according to himself, gets even. Next time on Poker After Dark,
I had pre-flop remorse.
a new group storms the stage.
I feel like I've never seen you win all in. Take everything.
Ian.
The Lin G. James Romero rivalry begins.
This is fantastic.
And Matt Berkey rides the roller coaster.
Thanks, Sam. I wouldn't have got any action.